Okay, so in this video I wanted to talk to you about the Fender BASSMAN, which is a pretty important amp as amps go. I think this was the inspiration not only for the Robin Ford Dumble ODS kind of thing, it was also the basis, I think, of the first Mesa Boogie amps, you know, the Fender BASSMAN clean circuit, and also Marshall JTM 45 I think was based on the BASSMAN as well. Could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments if you've got any experience with the BASSMAN or any intel that you want to share on the Fender BASSMAN. I think people will be interested to read that. But anyway, yeah, the Fender BASSMAN, we've got it in the Helix. We've got two channels for it, the Tweed Blues Normal and Tweed Blues Bright. Today I'm going to be using exclusively the normal, as I dialed in some tones with it, and I just wanted to share those. And so we'll start with the clean. And this is kind of a fairly dark. A little bit of grit to it, but anyway, I've got the drive here at 6. The bass at 6, the mids at 5, those by default will be set to 6.5 I think. There's not a mid control on the real BASSMAN, so I've dropped it down to 5. I think that's true. The trebles at 6 and the presence I've dropped to 2.6, and aside from that, don't touch the master if you want more authentic tones. It's a non-master volume amp, and I've not touched anything else there. The other thing I've got going on here, we're using the 4x10 Tweed with the Jensen P10Rs. I'm using the 7 dynamic on one of them, an inch away from the grill, and I've taken the reflections up to 29, and then on the other 4x10 I'm using the 160 ribbon, again with the 30% reflections. I'm just using the transistor tape for a bit of like slapback delay at 130. You know, nothing too crazy. And then the glitz reverb in stock settings, I've just taken the mix down to 13%. In the middle I've got this low high shelf to sort of move a little bit more air, so without that just to me feels a bit more pleasing. So anyway, that's those settings, and I felt like that gave me quite an old school vintage kind of feel. You can up the drive to a fair level, think. But the way that it's breaking up, it's not really smooth particularly. You know, it's got quite a raw feel to it. If you want really clean tones, you could take this down to sort of 3 below. Take this down to like 3. Anyway, so that's that. Then what I found that I was really liking was, if you take a Diana drive, so the Zen drive, so this has become Robin Ford's one of his kind of key pedals to get his sound. I'm using the gain at 2.8, the voice at 0, and the tone at 4.4, the level at 4. I'll show his real settings on screen here if you want to check those out. That's what I like. And then that's going into a Tube Scream at 808, the gain at 5.3 for this snapshot, and tone at 6.5, level at 6.7. For this tone I've just taken the drive up to 6.1 from 6, and that's all. But I think I've also brought in a high cut to 5.5, and this was to kind of smooth things off a little bit, take off some of that high end sizzly stuff. So really, if you back off the volume a bit, really, I think, sustaining, singing. Throaty thing going on. Anyway, so check that out. And then the other thing that I did was I took the drive all the way up to 10 for this snapshot. In the middle here, snapshot 2 for a bit. You know, it's got some of that raspy quality going on, sort of like an amp on the edge of something, quite a lot of sizzle to it, but I think my favourite of the tones was with the drive back down to about 6.1. And then you can use your kind of bridge pickup, dial back the tone and volume a bit to kind of get... But check that out. Let me know if you want me to drop that Basssman preset into the folder, and I'll be happy to do so if you dug any of those tones. Snapshot 1, we've got that clean. And then snapshot 1, my favourite, we've got the lead. And then snapshot 2. Chuck that on if you want even more juice for it, and maybe with a Strat that might work a bit better. Feel free to like and subscribe. Hopefully that was vaguely interesting. That's the Fender BASSMAN. A little bit of an important amp, I'd say. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.